saying? What? You bought them a basketball thing to occupy the kids, you know? Yeah. You don't know about it? I'm gonna need to know about Hamsterdam. You did what you wanted to do, McNulty, that's it. You made an exchange, you know, for the phones. Your whole team.
Yo, we was on our way to Hamsterdam. The man said we don't get no hassle coming in or going out. What's up? What the fuck is Hamsterdam? We can't let you do this. On the way to the free zone they gave, you know the rules? Yeah, man, and I was trying to tell these people and shut the fuck up.
You can't arrest them. If you're arresting them, they're not gonna believe into Hamsterdam anymore.
He just said he's on his way.
He's gonna tell you.
So if you want, we used to see you
The gun! You found the gun.
Cops do cost.
That's what you said when you said, I hope something, you know? Just to bunk. The papers are not important. He just needs to know that the guy did the job.
How about we make one more stop, you get 6 of them shit, and I suck your dick for the next 20 minutes.
We get some of the track phones activated. 8 of them bitches.
8 of them. Police is gonna know.
It's went to Sector 2. Sector 1, I'm using that empty low-rise housing on Winchester.
And it's legal to sell me?
It's not legal.
It's accepted.
Let's look the other way. Take a moment, ride around to my homes, my worst drug homes. They're empty. All of them. District-wide, my crime is down 5%.
For good people, you know, to live a good life. But what about bad people? These customers, you know, they are living their worst lives.
You legalize drugs.
Look,
It's Amsterdam.
practical deployment. Look, we make a big show locking everybody up and then we shut it down. So I had to fuck you up on that arrest.
He didn't care.
So you didn't see me with that run back to cheap, man. But I'm just
He
trying
cares.
to save what's up to my district any way I can, if I can.
Whenever you bust this place up, I'll go back to their same corners. Besides, you won't have much of making a big show.
Just said word to me. I mean, it's just back to usual. I'm out the door and mention anyway. Jimmy, I need more time.
I understand, you know, all of his plan and that he tried and that it sounded, you know, logical and fair because these places were empty and all. But it's right also to say that I and he didn't think about some citizens, you know, the customers. Okay, they are making these choices and it's bad choices, but you're clearly not helping them and you're in fact clearly pushing them to
You man who called?
buy and...
You witness him? Or what?
I'm afraid I'm blind. Something you need to see, though. Glock 40, I believe.
It's the one you are searching for.
I suppose you ain't gonna tell me who brought this here, right?
Like I said, I'm blind.
You tell it for me. I'm hoping you might need this in court someday.
Not today.
Man, knuckles might come back. They might. Until they do, it's your corner to hold. Don't worry about that, little man.
Poot now?
Credit card with a business account. Mr. Teresa's Agostino. Yeah, that's her.
You found your girl. Okay, the hotel room. I didn't have it. Okay. You just helped him to get laid.
West Baltimore native to me. Me either. So you looking to join church?
I've had this feeling for a long time. It's like I'm standing outside myself, watching me do things I don't want to do, you know? Just seeing me like I'm somebody else, but never ever being able to stop the show.
It has a name, you know.
Tired.
But mentally else.
Just cut it, right?
La déréalisation.
Oh, man.
I don't know, boss. If there weren't so many fucking kids down here, I might be okay with it.
You can really see the limits of your new system. With what McNulty said before, you know, that discussion that he had with our guys, with the kids situation, with the customer situation. It's really not your place to be. For you to not run away right now, it means that you're truly interested.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing here?
Just asking myself the same thing.
Yeah.
Him, honey, it's just business.
This ain't my kind of crowd.
No.
Yeah, well, I made a mistake, so here we go.
428?
You live in this town. Why book the room?
I live across town. As late as these things go, that's DUI away. Give me 2 hours, McNulty?
I'm not gonna leave in 2 hours.
Dream on.
She's the kind of woman that you need. I'm approving it 100%. For now.
Now, this user here, he serves as a clearinghouse. He receives calls and initiates interactions. He coordinates the show. Now, this is the best part. It's something that Prez discovered when he was playing with him.
It has a speed dial feature.
Yeah. You.
Meaning someone took the time to program the phone. Well, I'll bet all the other phones in the network are set up the same way.
Well, I've heard enough. We should start writing for the wire.
Get up on what? They're dumping phones every
Which
couple
number?
weeks on average. By the time you get a wire on that, the phones are dead.
The whole network shuts down simultaneously.
It's a cycle.
Not yet, we don't. But for now, if I
You
can
need
get
to understand when they have their new phones and how.
How many calls did?
Oh, shit, man. I did, yo. Let me do these chips, man. I go get you six.
I fucking knew it, I fucking knew it, I fucking knew it. Poot! Don't do something like that to me. I'm not emotionally occupied, you know, to deal with that, you know, like. What? Ow! 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 Ah,
So, thought you guys had enough of our happy district yesterday.
it's for real?
Big one, I'm locked up.
Hang on.
Avon Barstep?
He's out.
Sir, he's at Jester. Now for 4 or 5 at least.
Nope.
No fucking way.
Check.
The fact remains.
Show me Poot. I want to be sure that it was not a joke, you know, made by the writers. Ha ha ha, you think that he can survive? For now, I don't know for sure. Now, in nowadays, they could have done it just with their phones. He's out.
Big
joke.
No. That, you know, at the end, the big joke at the end, I'm taking it for me. I'm taking it for me like, big joke on you. Ha ha ha. We made you think that Poot was killed. And in fact, no. But I'm still not sure of that. Like, how can he... How would it be possible, you know, for him to not be killed right there? Not only bullets, blood on the floor, suddenly he's up, still with blood on him. What? He had something, you know, he had a protection? Oh. Ah. No. I have the impression that the writers, you know, they made that big joke on me like, ha 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 ha, he's dead, but we're making you think that he's not. I want to check the information, but at the same time, it's only the season 3, like, he can die into the next episode and maybe I'm gonna have a spoiler about it, you know, by just checking the information. Did he die during the episode 7 or of the season 3? Oh, it's awful! I hate you! And really, that roller coaster of emotion, emotionally, I can't. Not only because of what I said during the intro, the fact that I don't know why, just after the last episode, the episode 6 that I watched today, I felt a little weird, you know, like my blood pressure was low, I felt a little dizzy and stuff like that. I felt alright to begin to film, you know, my reactions to this episode. But still, I felt a little like that, so I preferred to be honest with it and all. But really, because you know it, if you don't know it, I'm gonna say it again. Emotionally, you know, it's difficult for me to deal with big emotions. I'm hypersensitive. I was diagnosed like that, meaning that I don't have little emotions. Like for some emotions, I can't have little emotions. I have only high emotions, you know. When I'm sad, I'm really sad. When I'm mad, I'm really mad. When I'm, you know, excited, I'm really excited. I have some emotions that I can't manage, you know, to deal with. Into my personal life, you know, I worked on myself enough to be able to deal with them most of the time. 95% of the time, that's it. I know how to regulate my emotions and to deal with things and all. But sometimes during some panic attacks or during some moments of anxiety, it's rough for me to deal with them and I can fall really deep into some anxiety crisis and it can last for entire hours and I can't get out and it's awful and all. And sometimes also into my personal life, when I have a big emotion, a big sad emotion, I'm gonna be sad for entire days and sad like I can't get out of my bed. If I have an emotion like being mad, I'm not really mad, like normally when I'm mad into my personal life, it's for 2 seconds and after that, like, I don't want to lose my time, my energy to be mad, so I move on. But when it's happening, I'm really mad. When I watch shows, movies, animes with you guys, I let my emotions, you know, out, fully out, without controlling them, because I want it, you know, I want to enjoy fully the show, the story, the characters, and because I know that also for the reaction part, it's gonna be fun for you, you know, to see me living fully my emotions like that. But because of that, I'm emotionally, you know, really, I was gonna say weak, like, I can have big emotions really in just 1 second. So a roller coaster of emotion like that into a show, I can't deal with it. I'm not emotionally prepared, you know, I'm not emotionally okay to deal with it during that moment. For sure, the roller coaster, I'm gonna feel it like you announced me that someone that I loved died, you know, into my personal life, and the second after that, ha ha ha, it was a joke. You're doing that, you know, into real life, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like, how can you do it So right there it was the same for Poot, like, how can you do it? Don't do that, I can't. Like, to move on, to continue the episode after that, you're fucking insane. And because of that, because of that roller coaster of emotion, I'm still questioning myself right now about, was it true or not? Like, did he die or not? Did he really came back, like, just after it? He was up like nothing happened. Was it a joke on us, because they made us think that he was dead? Or was it a joke on us about the fact that, no, he didn't die? I just feel like you made a joke and I don't know which one, and I'm the big joke at the end of everything. I don't appreciate the feeling at all, even more because I can't check the info. And I'm not gonna watch another episode today. That's it. It's the end of the day, really. You can see it with the light, I think. I can't watch another episode today. I hate you for doing that. Really, I hate you. I almost cried during this episode for something else. For Bubbs. Whoa. Bubbs, you know how much I love him. And you know also, because I think that you were there, how much I cried when he came back to drugs, after being cleaned for so long. And I had so much hope, for him to get better. So when he came back on drugs, I was beyond sad, mad, and I thought that we wouldn't see him during the season 2, and when he appeared, it was like I saw a ghost and I cried again so much. You know how much I love Bubbs. It's already rough for me to see him taking drugs again. But right there, for him to be into that street, into that environment, with all of these drug dealers, with all of these customers acting like animals, with his friend being so high and all, I was so worried of him being tempted to stay to help his friend or just for himself to take more drugs. But at the same time I could see that he was really afraid and worried and sad to see all of these kids being right there, to see all of these persons being into that state. And in a weird way it's giving me hope, because if he can judge the other customers, like that, judging them, being like, all of what is happening right there is so wrong, all of these drug dealers, they are people who are so bad, all of these customers that are going so deep and so low, into their lives, that are the worst of their lives. If Bubbs can judge that, maybe it means that he's in fact doing better than I thought right now, and it's great. But right there I was so worried for him to be tempted that at the end, when finally he got out, the relief, I wanted to cry. And yes, that question, of the customers, I didn't ask myself that question enough before. When Bunny, he made all of this plan about taking all of the drug dealers and the customers to Hamsterdam, I was really like, okay, this plan, it sounds logical with what you want to do, with really having your corners clean, letting people, live into a decent way, living into their street. And these streets, they are empty, so it's better to put these people right there. I follow the logic of that, and I was like, okay, you're right, okay, why not? But me, like him, we forgot to think about the customers right there, and the fact that you're maybe offering to these citizens a better life, but to these customers who are also citizens and who are sick people, who have a bad mental state, who have really issues with that, who are addicts and all of that, to them you are offering the worst versions of their lives. You are pushing them to the worst. at some point, you know, many of them are gonna die on these streets, and because of you are pushing them to buy even more, to be even deeper into drugs. And I didn't think about it, and I'm a little ashamed that I didn't think about it, but it's the case. And that's one of the limits I think that Bunny is beginning to see about the fact that these customers that are getting really worse and they're acting like animals, you know, also it's gonna be difficult to control them, to canalize them, they are fighting and all. About the fact that right there you have kids, it's bad. Carver, he tried to do something about it, but still right there you have kids. For the uppers, for a lot of them now, they're not gonna have any job anymore. And that's bad for them because it means that they're gonna be on the streets doing nothing, and it can't be right. There is also that other limit, you know, with the other cops who don't know what you're doing and who can arrest people. And because of that, no one is gonna believe into Hamsterdam anymore, so it's gonna stop one day. No matter what, I think that all of this plan, Hamsterdam, it's gonna be stopped at some point. But by what exactly? Like, maybe it's gonna be in fact a political thing. We know that Tommy right there during this episode, he was testing the mayor, he was, you know, all of the thing about the letter, about all of that. He wants to present himself for sure, and he's making connections with the right persons. Now that McNulty is more connected to Terry, maybe at some point he's gonna be connected to McNulty. And if at some point, you know, Hamsterdam is discovered, people are gonna say that it's because of the mayor, you know, they're gonna judge the mayor for that, and it's gonna be awful. I would be Tommy, you know, I would say it to everyone what is happening right there. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe at the end of the day, Hamsterdam is gonna end not because of all of the limits that I just mentioned, but really because of a political thing. Move. Terry with McNulty, I'm really okay with it because I really think that she can be the girl for him, and he knows it. I appreciate the fact that he knows it. He knows that he needs someone like that. Kima with her girl, that was awful. We knew that it would happen. We knew since a long time that she was not on the baby project, but the fact that she waited for so long to say it, it's not okay, you know. So many steps, you know, of this project. You could have said it, you could have give up, you could have let your girl do that on her own, but you stayed and you acted like you were okay with it, and you lied and you cheated, and it's not okay. I love Kima, you know how much I love her, but it's not okay. Dunk has his gun, it's cool. For his superiors, that's gonna be cool also, they're gonna let him work on his cases. Not on Omar's girl case because he lost everything about it, but that's cool for him at least. They are working on Stringer, they just discovered that Avon is back. The war began between Avon and Marlowe. And it's a good war in the sense that it's an old school war, you know, between these two, and I can approve. The thing about the burners, that was interesting. Okay, that guy was not looking at the papers, but he needed proofs. Without looking at them, he needed proofs that the guy was really making his job by buying all of these phones at a different place. If you're not doing it, it's not okay, and the cops, they can see it at some point. I think that it's how they're gonna have the wires and all of that. And we have this mom who wants to ask questions to McNulty. We had right there Stringer knowing about it, being afraid of it, but he can't stop it. How he was with Donette, I don't want to come back to it. I said what I said. I didn't take any side, you know, between Avon and Stringer before. I think that Stringer is not making a good boss, you know, for the drug business, even if I understand everything that he did and why. I prefer, you know, Avon's way to see things, the old school way. I said since the beginning that at some point these two one of them would kill the other one because of this death, but I didn't know which one, and I still don't know which one. But that's it, now I picked a side, Avon's side. Because Stringer, I already wanted a revenge for this death. Now, like, I want it even more because if you're violent with Donut, if you're that weak, you know, that's it. I think that is weak, in fact. I think that you know, about my opinion of Stringer, for me, is weak. Being violent like that with Donut during that moment, that was such a proof, you know, of his weakness. You can't control yourself, you can't act, play like you're doing since a long time with her. Not right there. You're losing control of the business, you're letting Avon begin this war. Even your legal business is going bad. You know my side now. Maybe I'm on the wrong side, I mean not the one who is gonna win, we'll see. Okay, that was a cool episode, really emotional, and just so you know, I still don't know for sure that Poot is still alive, so don't judge me if at the beginning of the next episode, maybe I'm gonna make a little dance of joy when I'm gonna have the confirmation that Poot is still alive. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.